Then the first coming up, I don't even know how I'm finna even pay my rent. How I'm finna be paying my rent. And it's just being totally honest. I don't know how I'm finna be paying my rent. Then the first coming up, I don't even know how I'm finna even pay my rent. How I'm finna be paying my rent. And it's just being totally honest. I don't know how I'm finna be paying my rent. I didn't even have no 60K laying around. My money do not be out. This on my life, God could strike me down and kill me right now on this bed. A lightning could strike me right now and kill me. I don't leave my money out. My money do not be left out. That's 60 bucks. That was, bruh. 50 bucks. I'm not going back to no mother nights. I'm not going back to no mother Alvo. I'm not doing all that. I'm not going back no Alvo. I'm not going back to no mother Alvo. I don't give a fuck no damn Alvo. I'm not going back to that damn boy. Y'all just love to bring his name up so I can talk about him. Like, stop being messy for real. And I would still want to go to sleep, but I couldn't even go to sleep. Yeah, he cleaned up my house when I was gone. Out of town, he cleaned up my house. Yeah, came back from Savannah, Georgia. That's what goddamn, I unlocked the door and shit. We goes in, he comes in and he knew something was weird. Yeah, when he went in my room, when he came in my room, he said, then he came at me, he said, yo, your house just being robbed. I said, what? Y'all goes in there, I'm licking out on my floor everywhere. I was talking about it's flappy over, whatever you call it, on the floor, grease on the floor, not even just grease on the floor. I come in my room, my whole room is, and they ain't just tell you about say they took PS5 and lotion. I mean, not even lotion, but grease. Y'all gonna do with a hair grease that you put on your head? You finna play with that? You finna play with your coochie with that? Like, that's some junkie. Boyfriend at the friend house, y'all. He at the friend house.
I want to say shout out to 𝗪𝗛𝗧. Shout out to 𝗪𝗪𝗧, first and foremost. He has been bringing us the up-to-date latest and the most accurate information, and one being it being accurate in my opinion because he is in contact with Shamar on a regular basis. He's not someone who was Shamar's friend from a while ago and can only tell you the behaviors of Shamar from the past. So what Shamar did from the past or the past circle, and a lot of people that are in Shamar's circle might be in other people's circles that Shamar's not friends with, but they can also plant seeds to these messengers and not give accurate information to try to crash, people that are considered enemies now to Shamar out. So, like I said, I am going to give 𝗪𝗪𝗧 his flowers and salute him for bringing up the most update and current information on what we, want to hear about. Whether, it's not good information, but good or bad, we're being updated on what's going on with Shamar. Now, I just want to let you guys know, as you can see up here, I've been knew what happened since early this morning. I got up around 6. I was on IG a little bit after 7. It was 7:24 a.m. Shamar had reached out to me and told me briefly what happened. He said he have someone to break in my house. He will be in jail. I made a police report. Now this was at 7:24 a.m. I'm just getting back to him at 3:51 p.m. Now, I did put a video hours ago, so I've been knew about the situation with Shamar before it even hit the vlogs or the blogs. But I just didn't have enough information to present the information. And I wanted to wait a while. I didn't care who broke their neck to try to put it up first, but I wanted to be able to give you what I could get more than just this message that Shamar had gave me and then this picture here that comes from Trez's page, Trez the Goat. This is the dude that he's getting into fights with on social media. That they were once friends and now they're fighting and carrying on. So he, he reached out to me at 7:24 a.m., which was hours before. And I reached out to him at 3:51, let's say roughly 4 o'clock, which was like 2 hours ago. And I said this because I don't know who he is. And even though, Messy Dog did confirm that it was the boyfriend, Shamar might think otherwise. So that's why I'm trying to get him to tell me who he is. And he'll get around to it. But if not, I'm not putting no pressure on him to tell me who he is. As time goes on, he'll say it out of his own mouth publicly anyways. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But this is what I messaged him back. He may not have responded to me about who he was referring to. Maybe he was kind of mad that it took me so long to respond back to him. But I seen it. But like I said, I've been tired today. It's raining. It's one of those days you just want to lay up. It's Saturday. I had a good night's sleep last night. I haven't for the last 4 or 5 days. So I slept really good, but I still woke up refreshed, but still I needed some more rest. So I wasn't even going to do this live today. I scheduled it for, I think, 2 o'clock. Then I scheduled it for 6. Then I scheduled it for tomorrow. And then I said, nah, let me just do it for 6. But I'm tired. So that's the reason why I, you're not really hearing too much about it. I did one video on it earlier. But, I've been new since before 8 o'clock this morning about this situation. So I just want to let you know that. Because a lot of, it'll save a lot of people the trouble in the DMs that might miss this live. You don't have to even let me know that this happened because I knew way before a lot of people knew. Hello, everyone. I'm number 13 in the chat. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Miss Latina. Hey, Chef. Like number 15. Thank you, C. Renee. I am. Hey, I'm number 14. Hey, Genty. Good afternoon. Yeah, so we'll be on here for a good hour. I think I can last for an hour. But, there's a lot going on. But, come on, guys. Ray Charles can see through this, But the only thing is I was shocked that it was going to happen this soon. If there's any truth to the fact that it may be Shamar's boyfriend that did it. Come on now. A couple of days before he loses his keys when he was around Shamar and Shamar's boy. Now, all of a sudden, somebody takes those same keys, enters the home, and then takes his safe. It's crazy. And that's why you got to be careful when you're somebody like Shamar to not be so willing to jump from relationship to relationship. You don't know who you can trust. I just feel like anybody, if this is any truth that the boyfriend did take the money, or set it up for someone to take it, and he was going to obviously get half that money. I'm quite sure it was going to be half. He ain't going to get all of it if he has somebody do a job like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a real unfortunate situation. Hey, Manifest, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. It is crazy. So a lot of people are saying, oh, well, why isn't Shamar up here? Why would Shamar want to be up here at a time like that? Who knows what's going on in Shamar's head? I don't even know what goes on in Shamar's head. He contacts me all the time. And, and because he contacts me all the time, I feel obligated to make sure that I reciprocate it. And I think he does it more than I do it. So for someone who just got through somebody robbing his house and taking potentially, and I hope that this ain't the case, the money that he could have been maybe hiding from SSI, because, you have it on your bank account, it can get snatched, and anything over $10,000 is taxable. So that definitely is a report that's run through the SSI office, Social Security office, and they can, stop his payments on his SSI payments. So he could have kept a chunk of that money in that safe, and I'm hoping that that is not the case, and that they got him for like a majority of his money. You know what I'm saying? Because he may not have wanted to keep. But I'm praying that he was smart enough to maybe keep a couple of stacks in the safe, but the majority, the bulk of his money, I'm hoping he kept in the bank. Because if he didn't, I'm really afraid for the livelihood of Shamar, because it's like you can't keep getting in these relationships and they're all stealing from you. This one over here is stealing, this one over here is stealing. Alvo just got finished stealing. Now all of a sudden this dude ain't even been here a week, and now your whole safe's gone. Your house has been ramshacked, broken into, ramshacked, and your money's taken just a couple of days after this dude comes into town. That's how thirsty people are. They didn't even give it a month before they start trying to take something. Alvo just got iced last night. He's looking worse. And yeah, talking about that, I know about Alvo too, and I've been put a Y in the chat if I told you that Alvo wanted to be back with Shamar. I don't care if he wants to be back with him because he don't want no one else to get the clout. I also think that there is some attraction. Sometimes you don't have to be attracted to anyone and you fall in love with them, or even if you're not in love with them, you rather be with them than what the options are out here. And I think he misses Shamar. And I've been said it. I could tell in his behavior. See, I've been your age. You ain't never been mine. Okay. And that's just the bottom line. People don't want to listen. They want to get in here and be disrespectful, talk out the side of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? And, I just like to let people see things for themselves. I know sometimes it's the unthinkable. Some of the things that I say, like, oh, Alvo's going to try to get back with Shamar. Didn't I say that to you? Put a Y in the chat. I know a lot of y'all, the ones that, keep, your thoughts to yourself, were like, yeah, now she's reaching, but I'm not going to say too much to her because, I don't want her to think that I'm starting, messing her chat. No, you can say whatever you want to say because that's how I felt. And it's coming true. It's coming to a reality. Trust me. Hi, Nisha. Welcome. Hey, Toby. Hey, Cutie Pie. Hello to all my mods in chat. Because I know I just got on here and just started talking. That's because, honey, I am tired. And I'm just trying my hardest to just get through this live because I needed to really update you guys, And let me tell you something else too. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Matter of fact, I might as well tell you that too. Hit the like button. Let me stop sharing this because I'm tired of you guys allowing yourself to be rocked to sleep with this. I got the tea, and the person that got the tea ain't even in the circle no more. And that's the last thing Shamar would ever in his wildest dreams share with his enemy, someone he ain't even cool with no more, somebody that's dragging his name every day, is not giving you no accurate. They're just like me, waiting for the information. And matter of fact, it's not even just like me because I got the information from the horse's mouth at 7:24 in the morning, and I showed you the receipt just a second ago. I stopped sharing the page on IG, and now we're off that page. But you saw it with your own two eyes that he reached out to me to let me know what happened. So, stop always thinking, well, that person knows him. Yeah, they know him, but they're not friends with him. So they're not going to if they give you something, it's going to be from the circle that they all used to run with. Or it would come from Shamar's mouth, but they're not getting along. So it's not coming from the horse's mouth where they're getting information. Okay, and it's not like the FBI or the CIA is giving it to him neither. It's either the circle that they all are affiliated with that are telling these people the tea, or Shamar himself. That's the only two ways. And the way I got the tea was from Shamar early this morning at 7:24 a.m. And shout out to Messy Doll and Messy Doll. And he's friends with, I don't care about no past and fights that they had in the past. He is currently friends with Shamar. And Shamar confides in him. And that's more reliable tea than someone is beefing with him on the internet. And you're sitting up there liking up their videos, and hey, no shade to it, but make sure when you come over here, you bless me the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like y'all are just falling for the banana in the tailpipe just because you want to, not because you have to. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to be accepted. Oh, well, this everybody else is liking this channel's video, even though, this is, let's make it make some sense sometime. Hold on one second. But I hope that this is a wake up, like I said, to Shamar, that he got to pipe down. This is just happening too frequently, and it's to the point where you can't even attack even the people that allegedly is being accused of taking the money. Even at this point, Alvo wanting to get back with Shamar, you can't even blame. Don't take Alvo back because he's going to end up doing the same thing again, just like you just got done with somebody stealing your safe. You can't even get mad at any of these people and whatever their motives are, because Shamar, at the end of the day, is the one that is in control of his life. And if he chooses not to take the wheel of his life, we can't be looking at Shamar like he's a victim. He's got to stop trying to look for love. Let love find you. Sometime even if somebody approaches you, that don't mean you got to reciprocate it. You know what I'm saying? You can take your time until you find somebody. Find somebody that's on your level. Maybe get somebody that's getting money. They don't have no reason for you to have to worry about them taking from you because they already have. Stop bringing these people to the table that ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. And they're thirsty. Hello to all able to catch my first live show. I appreciate you always going with right now. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you. Yeah, I was a little tired, but I said, let me come through. Hey, Walter. Hi. Your name is Zakira. I hope I said that right. Good. This is very sad to hear, but not surprising. However, sad. Oh, yeah, this is what I was going to say. Hey, intelligent. This is what I want to tell you. Somebody has said, a couple of people actually. I was kind of shocked that a lot of people were asking it, like, yeah, when the one person that put it in the comment section. It's surprising that Shamar hasn't went live and told anybody. Why would Shamar want to break his neck to go live, knowing he just met this dude and then that happened to him? That's why I keep saying Shamar might play like he crazy or slow. Ain't nothing slow about Shamar. He's like everybody else. He may have dropped the ball and it's not something he cares to discuss right now. And who knows, by tomorrow, because he did do a pretty good job of really not saying too much about it to the public, everybody else spoke about it from the few people that they got the message from. He might act like it's another day, and maybe that'd be good for him to act like it's another day. Because if he's gonna choose to be with that dude who could allegedly be the culprit, if he's gonna choose to live in his own lie and not the truth, if there's a possibility that Avery, which we're all finding out allegedly is not his name, and I'm not saying allegedly because I've seen the legal document and the date of birth, but I'm just saying that because, like I said, I let people be great. Maybe he thinks he is Avery. Maybe that's just a nickname. Maybe that's a portion of his name. I don't know. But I did see the document on it. I didn't press the issue on it because I don't care what his name is. All I know is it's kind of fishy. It ain't no coincidence. This is fishy that he just got here and then all of a sudden Shamar's keys come up missing. I don't feel as though Shamar's keys came up missing. I feel as though somebody watching Shamar wherever he was at saw Shamar put his keys down, and they put them keys in their pocket, and they went into his house, and they, which is robbing. If you take something and you didn't ask for it, you stole it, and they took what they wanted from his house. And guess what? They didn't take other stuff of value. They took just the safe. They, mangled up his house and took his safe. Shamar Shamar has got to stop trusting people and putting people in his business, especially when it comes to all this money he got. Everybody tried to tell him, not just Tommy, honey. Cause like I was just mentioning before, Marquita, Tommy's not the only one with the T. I love Tommy to death, but Tommy is not cool with Shamar, so he does not know. He has to wait like everybody else to get the T, because that T was not dropped by Tommythegossip. That Tommythegossip was dropping the T. He dropped his T, gave his opinion like we're all doing, like I'm doing right now. However, he was not the first one. He did it way afterwards. Today, he brought it up. Just like how we all do it. We piggyback. Somebody else puts it out first, and then we piggyback off it. We do our little research, we check into it, and then we chime in. You know what I'm saying, with our audience. But no, he wasn't the one that dropped it. Yeah, but Tommy has been telling him, but so has everybody else who either was friends with him in the past or still friends with him now, not just Tommy. So, and Tommy didn't have to tell him anything. Some things are common sense. So, it ain't no, Tommy told him. Like, Tommy's word ain't no word of reasoning. He's not above life's classroom. He's got his own things going on, just like I got my own things going on. The fact of the matter is, Shamar is hard-headed. So it don't matter what Tommythegossip said. It don't matter what I say. Shamar's got a hard head. He's gonna do what he wants to do. Period. Stop bigging people up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just keep everybody on equal playing fields. Nobody's better than the other. Nobody's above life classroom. Thank you for all you do. It says I finally got a chance to chat your live show. Love the real gopher. Thank you so much, Nisha. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. I'm sorry I just saw it. I was so busy running my mouth. It's funny how now Alvo wants Shamar back today after Shamar has been robbed. Right. Misery loves company, Coco. He needs to just go on back to him. That's what a lot of people are saying. But if I put it like, I'm going to give you my opinion. That's just, and this will also let you know what kind of a person I am. You'll probably be shocked when you hear what I'm about to say, but if Shamar is just plain not trying to understand he needs to be alone and heal, I'd rather see him back with Alvo than anybody else. If the facts are that this dude that Shamar's messing with now did this or set this up, I think he's better off with. And I think, and the reason why I say it's maybe a safer bet for him, because Alvo knows all eyes would be back on him. They were on him prior. So trust and believe. I'm not trying to say he wouldn't go back to doing what he was doing, but he would definitely tread lightly. And I don't think it would be as bad as it was. Well, like I said, it's content. So we already know the chemistry between the two. And I feel like when he was with Shamar, when the chemistry was good, it was good. When it was ugly, it was bad. And that's the same thing for people like us. Only thing different about them and us is you don't tell your business online. You're not social media influencers. And you don't feel obligated to tell your business to the world. Like me, I'm not telling you what I'll talk about what the topic is, but I'm not going to get on here and talk about my love life. I'm not going to get on here and have a whole full conversation about my husband. No, it's not your business. That's not what we tell you that. Because when you put people in your business, they stay in your business. Josh the imposter. LOL, I know his name, Josh, but I don't know why that came to my head. Josh is not his name. Messy Dog came back and said, yeah, Messy Dog's on point. I will definitely say if you want to give somebody credit at this time, and like I said, I don't take sides. I'm on the right side. So I just want to let you know I'm not bigging up Messy Dog, but I got to give people their flowers. And you just, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, technically, I probably was one of the first people to know. I told you exactly what time that Shamar reached out to me. That's why I got my information from. And that was not even 8 o'clock this morning. But I was tired. I'm going to say that again. And also, it just wasn't enough information to go off of, to go run with it. I needed more information. I wanted time to pass before I put out the information. I'm not hard up to be the first one to put out the information. I knew one of these bloggers, or at least put it like this, when I eventually put it out, I knew somebody was going to break their neck to piggyback off it and put it out as well. That's why I try to find other things that I see that are going on and brewing that's going to be also a problem later on, or a day or two or a week or a month from now that I peeped. I don't like to be reporting the same thing I know every 50 content creators are going to regurgitate. It just makes it watered down. I'm so sick of everybody reporting on the same thing. So when I look for content, I'm not looking for what everybody, like this topic here. That's why I said, instead of doing it tomorrow, get this mess over with today. Talk about it today. And tomorrow's a new day. And let whoever else wants to continue to talk about this, talk about it. And only thing I'm going to talk about is if there's a real, true update. That's it. That's all. He needs to just go. Oh, but I already read that. That's how I know I'm tired. I'm sitting there reading the same thing. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just really sickening. Crazy work. Shamar was out riding around with his boyfriend and another. Yeah, I seen it. The dude was sitting on the opposite side of Shamar, and Shamar's boyfriend was in back of him in the third row. I seen it. Same thing you see, I see. Same thing you hear, I hear, but more. Like I told you. And sometimes I appreciate people that fill me in. And continue to do it, because I don't always catch everything. But for the most part, y'all should know my word is my word. I sometimes just don't want to break my neck to be the first. It ain't about being the first one to put anything out. I want to make sure the information I'm putting out is accurate or even sounding right. Because I was in the bushes and heard a certain individual trying to persuade people that this is a storyline, but I don't really think and it could be. But who would that be on if Shamar was lying for a storyline? That wouldn't be on me. That'd be on Shamar. Not only that, why would you be jinxing yourself that somebody stole your money out your house? Why would you even do that to your apartment for a storyline? And that would only let me know that every relationship you get in, you're going to be influenced. And if they can influence you, every relationship you get in, to do stupid stuff like that, if it wasn't the truth and it was a storyline, it's going to get worse with somebody coming into your life and getting you to do something that's not in your character, and you're going to get in a lot of trouble for it. Ain't nobody robbed that apartment. It was staged. Notice how LaShawn isn't speaking about it. Shamar has a camera. He was just with LaShawn. It says they did break in Shamar's apartment. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, your favorite weather. How you doing? Messy Dog be lying too much for me. What do I always say? Put a 1. I want a 1 in the chat. They all lie. I'm just so sick. That's how one or two liars get through the cracks, because you keep the focus sometime on the wrong people or people. I mean, person. And you got then you got the ones that you ain't got in your mouth saying that lies. You got them sitting up there lying even more because they're getting away with it. They all lied. Because anyone that's got the tea and they're not even friends with Shamar right now, that ain't no tea. Because they're not friends with Shamar. And Shamar, unless they can tell you or present a recording of a phone call, they can record Shamar's fair game now. They're not really friends, but Shamar, his house got broken into, so he may have just wanted to talk to somebody, even if they were beefing online. If they call, if Shamar called that person, where's the recording of the conversation of Shamar telling that person what happened in his house and with his safe and the money and all this and that and other, with the boyfriend and all this and that and other? Where's the DMs where Shamar from the horse's mouth has reached out to any of these individuals that always got the tea? How does somebody who's not even friends with Shamar beefs with him online every other day? Might take maybe a couple of days. We get a vacation, little break from him, Shamar not beefing with this individual online or these individuals. But trust me, Shamar's not breaking his neck to tell those people stuff like that. That's humiliating in his life. That's a horrible situation that's going on in his life. If it was up to Shamar, it would happen in his life. But if he could keep it from the people who he don't consider his friends, he would. So if you want to sit there and act like, oh, we can get the real tea from over here, but they're not friends anymore, then you're slow. You're slow. Because that's watered down tea. They're waiting for the information to drop. They're waiting for the live streams to happen so that they can record what's being said when folks be under the influence of drugs and alcohol, and they bring back the tea to the community of what you may have missed. But as far as them people being the tea and the source, they're not friends with Shamar anymore. Stop acting like you guys are slow. Shamar took down the photo of the robbery because it's under investigation, because he filed a police report. Coco, I already know. Let me show you. That's the last time I'll show this. Let me show you. Hold on. Share page. Shamar reached out to me at 7:24 a.m. today. That's before anything or anyone even got up out the bed yet. Before the vlogs and the blogs knew, I already knew at 7:24 a.m. that Shamar, he says right here, he have someone to broke in my house. He will be in jail. I made a police report. And I said to Shamar, and that's why he didn't probably respond to me, because I didn't respond to him early this morning, because I am an early bird, and he knows it. He knows I get up early. So he's probably like, why didn't she respond to me? I was tired, Shamar. If you're listening in the bushes, because you probably are, because I told you I was going live today at 6. But I can't always respond because I'm tired. I'm human. This is what I said 2 hours ago. Now I know he told me this at 7:24 a.m. about the incident, but I was just waiting a little longer. Maybe, I don't know, 11, 12, which that around 10 o'clock, that's when Messy Dog came through. and confirm what happened. So that was my second confirmation. The first confirmation of what happened came out the horse's mouth for me. Shamar reached out to me and he told me. He wrote it in a DM. And this is what I said. I know I'm very late because it's almost the end of the day, but at least I did respond. Now that I now have a clear picture of what's going on or what allegedly could have went on. Shamar, who is he? Confirm that with me. I just saw this message. I realized that you sent me this message 8 hours ago. Who is the person you're referring to that broke into your house and you're gonna make a police report? Let me know. I go live at 6 p.m. tonight. So just confirm that. I don't know if you're talking about your current boyfriend, Alvo. I don't know. Just let me know who he is. And you're talking about a police report. So who are you putting this police report on for going in your house and breaking in and stealing your safe and all that? And you know I'm not lying. The truth remains the same. A lie you got to keep up with, because I've been saying all through this live. That's why I didn't respond. At 7:24 a.m. when I heard, I could have been editing a video together and dropped it in less than 20 minutes, and no later than 9 a.m. I could have just put out what happened. Because 𝗪𝗛𝗧𝗖𝗛 got on live around 10 with LaShawn. I could have put it out even an hour before even 𝗪𝗛𝗧𝗖𝗛, because I heard it from the horse's mouth at 7:24 this morning what happened. I didn't have enough information. You can hear in my DM voicemail that I'm still wanting to know answers before I put out any information to my community. I'm not trying to confuse my community. I believe he did too. Hey, big girl. He went to that hosting earlier on purpose. Exactly. That's what makes me think this is a stage. Well, probably so. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about this like this is a soap opera. I don't live in soap opera world. Because, see, the thing, let me tell you what people, that watch this kind of content. It was like this in the Nature Boy content, and it was also like this in the Jaguar, right? Content that I did, the queenopp content I did. It's like this. People don't want to live in the truth because the truth ceases and desists. A lie goes on and on and on and on. And people rather live in a lie, believe the lie, accept the lie, because the lie goes on and on and on. And people don't want this to be put to an end. So that's why they live in a lie. And they try to conjure up stuff in their own head of what they think happened with Shamar. And if it was staged and money was actually taken and the safe was actually stolen, because I've heard that stupid it was probably for insurance. Why the hell would Shamar do something with an insurance job on his own money when SSI, Social Security, ain't even supposed to know about this money? You don't think if he did an insurance job and got some insurance money on that money being taken, that the Social Security wouldn't know about it? Let's make it make sense. Shamar was on live in Atlanta. Someone called and asked him how long will he be. He gets home. He said 45 minutes. That's where the money at the safe. You can't trace it. So, I heard somebody saying an insurance job. I said, ugh. But when you hear people saying stuff like that, that's because they really are convinced that they can tell you anything and you're gonna believe it. So that's why they say the most stupidest and bogus claims, because they know you don't want to hear the truth anyways. You want this to keep going on and on forever. He's embarrassed. Exactly. I have found that Shamar will listen to Tommy a lot more often, not even if it doesn't seem like it. Well, I really feel like he really wants to be friends with Tommy, but like I said, it takes 2 and 2. If Tommy is being adamant he don't want to be friends with him so he can help protect him, then hey, it is what it is. I can't force the relationship between the two of them. They got more history than I have with Shamar. And I don't have any history at all with Tommy because I don't know Tommy. I just like Tommy because he makes me laugh. I think he is a good commentator. And despite this being toxic content that we update on, it's really nice to laugh sometimes. And I hope y'all are hitting that like button. Yeah, make sure you get them likes up because them likes are not matching and I'm not understanding why. But yeah, let's get the likes up. Support the channel. Get me to 1,000 likes. That'd be a miracle. Yeah, but yeah, hit that like button. But you know, like I said, if you know, like my mother used to always say to me, and like I say to my own son now, if you like it, I love it. That's all I can really say, honey. It just doesn't make any sense what's going on. But there's a lot of things I told you guys that was going to pop off. One of them being that Alvo is going to want to be back with Shamar. And that is taking place. He's missing his boo. Let me see. I gotta see where my phone. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah, I was checking some stuff out, guys. My bad. Let me get this out of here. Let me read some of these comments here. That was the Sean, if I'm not mistaken, when he asked the driver how long will he be to get home. Alvo ain't no better. None of them are. None of them are. Shamar and Alvo just don't get along because Alvo is a control freak, right? And he's jealous of Shamar. He has this like arrogant attitude, like how did they make you famous or important? You know what I'm saying? Or you got that kind of status and not me. I would rather be alone. Me too. Only because Alvo stated if he ever got Shamar back, he would really get it all. Oh, no question. That would be dangerous. You're right, sis. He's definitely, if he ever was to get back with Shamar, he's gonna definitely do him in. And you know he's gonna do him in. Look at what's happening to Shamar now, and there's probably not gonna be any repercussions for it. It's gonna be that his money was just taken once again, and nothing done to him, to that person. So it's gonna give Alvo the green light to be like, well, hey, I'm gonna just go for the gusto. I'm tired of people taking what's mine. And I want to say thank you, Wisdom Warrior. Love your content. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much, sweetie, for your support of the channel. Thank you. I'm so busy running my mouth. I'm very grateful for the super chats that have came through the live today. I'm just tired and I'm just all over the place. And I honestly can't even believe that I even got up here and went live, but I just don't want to drag this on for another day, and if I do, I want to update something more current. I mean, even if it's about this, at least it be current. We already know that his house got broken into, house was ransacked, and they took his safe, and obviously there was money in the safe. Nobody just has a safe in their house if they don't have any money in it. He kept on inviting people to come to his house, talking about his camera, his protection. Yeah, but and that's why I keep saying, yep, Tommy did. I'm gonna give him a shout out and his flowers for that too. He used to talk in his lies about a lot of stuff that Shamar shouldn't have been doing and saying. But you know what? Give yourself a pat on the back too, because we were saying it to him too. We were saying the same thing to Shamar too. Stop telling your business, Shamar. Shamar comes in my lives, and if he's not in the live, he's in the bushes. So he hears me say it to him. So we all collectively as a community have warned him about what could be the repercussions of letting the wrong thirsty animal know about your business. Says, wow, I just subbed you. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't comment. I've been watching the Hey Funnest Hood. Alvo and Shamar are both bottoms. I don't think it will work. Well, it worked for 6 months. I go over to LaShawn's channel sometime because I get a lot of information from over there, like if Shamar goes on to his platform, but it's very distracting over there. Like today I could have threw that dog that was on that live, and I'm not into animal cruelty, but I'm just being funny. But I'm just saying, like, that dude that was on that live with them, they somebody should have, especially LaShawn, it being his live, he should have said, yo man, either get that dog under control so people can hear the information or get off my live. It just be too much going on them lives. Not to mention Shamar's booking and yep. Shamar's going broke now and will be back. I hope he don't. And that's what everybody's worried about. The ones that are genuinely concerned about his well-being, that's the first thing when they heard that he got robbed is, I hope this is not gonna, make him homeless. Just back to just getting that monthly check that he'll have to live off of. I don't know. Back begging people for cash apps and super chats and super chats is a program that YouTube started. But I'm saying, for cash apps so he can have money for his pocket. This is gonna be a mess. Then people that've been waiting for this to happen, they'll end up not going to want them to stay in their house. They're going to want to see them back in the street or having to hustle up money every day of the week for a hotel or a motel. It's, I don't want to see that for him. I know a lot of people are banking on it, but I don't want to see that for him. But listen, I'm about to get off. I'm not going to stay on any longer. I appreciate all the support and love that you guys show me. And I really do appreciate it. Without you guys, I am no one, nowhere. But I'm tired. I did follow through and come and give you an update. As the updates come through, first thing early morning, I'll be up here updating you. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Share these videos. Share them out. If you're a person that don't hit the like button, at least share the videos out. And like I said, when we are not live anymore, leave a comment down below. Spam up the comment sections with your thoughts. I love to read them. Abbreviate the cuss words and the profanity or the controversial words so I'm able to allow them to be in the comment section so people can do dialect with them. Y'all can communicate back and forth what your thoughts are. So I love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah. Bye for now.